A history long forgotten will be unearthed. Will their stories endure?
World of Green. To walk among the greenest fields, through the deepest of forest, and down into the lost fairy haunts. Great are the joys of finding things lost. Old ways that for centuries forgotten, now find their ways back into our hearts. Paths once given false names, ones who were once persecuted, once again walk free. Able to now enjoy the world, or what's left thereof. A place once loved and revered for its beauty, now taken for granted and misused at each turn. Have the old ways come in time? Can what has been wronged be put back together? Truth is in the heart, and only those with the strength to follow as such shall ever know the find the way. Let your hearts be your guide in life. Live freely and peacefully with all whom you can. Let us put forth our efforts, each in their kind, that one day the world which we live in can again be as pure as the whitest snowflake or the cool spring rains. That generations yet to come can again walk as free, that all might enjoy the great splendors of a world that is green.
Just before the last node collapsed, in that final desperate light, the reality flickered for just a moment. Time slowed down, near a complete stop, then reversal, flashes, moments of calm, reality, and screams. Long, yours. Childhood and warm sun, fresh rain on a hot day, fire and war, fear and anger. Flashback with a sickening jolt to a dim light with an unnatural sun. The final battle is being lost. Your strength is burning inside you, going full tilt. Your strikes are true. You carve a path, but no one is left to follow. You can hear it, subtle at first. Delicate cracks like a fine wine glass in ice. The node, it's nearing the inevitable end. The event horizon has been surpassed. You know now the end has come. There is no turning back. What now in these final moments matter? Hope. I need something. I feel it like a sickness in a cold, dark. No fear do I have, yet still I feel it growing. In the darkness, all alone, I reach out. For what? There is no torch to light my darkness, no magic spell. Hope. Just then, in the final moments. Hope. Darkness.
Upon the arrival of the sun, ushering in a new day, the ruins of the smouldering village was caked with destruction. The carefully built homes laid in ashes and burning rubble. A child's wail echoed in the distance. The village seemed almost abandoned as hell ravaged the town. The city guard has been called in from the nearest kingdom in order to search for survivors. These men were armed with iron armor and steel blades, with the exception of a few archers. They searched for hours with no luck. The captain of the guard remained on his stallion and went around the back roads of the village. He glanced left and right, desperately searching for any source of survival. All of a sudden, a pile of wood began to shift and a series of coughs could be heard. The captain of the guard quickly glanced as he saw the pile of wood tremble with movement. He quickly got off his horse and ran over to the pile. Through the small holes in the wooden prison, he could see the skin of a survivor. "Hey!" he shouted loudly. "I found a survivor!" The captain quickly grabbed a piece of wood on top, deeming it the heaviest, and pushed on it with all of his might to free the survivor. As the wood was removed, it revealed that it was no human, but an elf. The elf opened his eyes slowly with a soft groan. The elf appeared to not be bleeding much, but his face had received bruises and scratches from the debris. The elf tried raising his hand to rub his forehead, but he winced from the pain and quickly gave up this effort. "Careful," said the captain. "Your arm may have suffered injuries." The elf nodded. "I see. What happened?" The guards finally arrived at the location of the two, but the captain motioned for them to stand back. Obediently, they accepted this command with no sign of refusal. The captain looked back at the elf. "The village was attacked. What that cause is, I do not know, but..." The elf looked at him in the eye with a sense of curiosity. "But what?" The captain shrugged. "Never expected to see an elf. I thought this realm was populated by only the Kalar and the Valoon. What are you?" "Empyrean," replied the elf. "I was born in this village, actually. People were kind and different, according to my mother. Well, it's still a relief to see some sort of life." "No one else survived?" the elf asked. The captain shook his head, with the elf falling into a period of silence as he mourned the loss of his beloved village. The captain offered help up, which the elf gladly accepted. The two hopped up on horseback as one of the guards came up to the horse. The captain noticed and asked, "Any news, Reginald?" "We've searched every area, but no one else could be found." He then noticed the pointed ears of the elf. "An elf is the only survivor?" "Yeah," the captain responded. "I'm taking him back to the capital." "I'll stay here with Codric, Darwin and Edward." The captain nodded. "Keep up the search. We'll rendezvous back in Railson." Reginald nodded as the two rode off to the capital. As he saw the captain disappear beyond the wooden path, Reginald took off his iron helmet to reveal a look of disgust. The other three looked at Reginald. "You know what I'm thinking, Reginald?" Codric asked. "Aye, brother, I do. How is it that not one human has survived this attack, yet Empyrean gets the better of us?" Reginald asked. "Devils," Codric sneered. "The corruption manifested into a single spawn." "Might be a spy from the Wisterian Confederation to the southwest," Darwin remarked. The three continued their banter with the elf. Edward soon saw a heavy cloud coming in from the west, drowning the bottom in darkness. The three ended up laughing while Edward closed his eyes and contemplated on the darkness that has yet to come.
Follow our links below for more content and subscribe.